beat it over Legit and Inferno Brawler.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is our losers
Wow.
semis going into it. So winner of this gets the right to fight Exax and Rice in losers finals.
I'm definitely curious to see if the Game & Watch and Bayonetta team has increased their synergy or found out anything interesting about each other in the course of their last set or two.
You know what's else something interesting? ZooM going Marth.
Oh yeah, I hadn't even put 2-2 together on that.
Yeah. I didn't even know the man had a Marth.
I mean, I can definitely see not really wanting to play Falco and Dubs. He's a really light character, really exploitable recovery. Seems like he would have decent follows, but not really anything that makes it worth the risk that you kind of take on when you're playing.
Yeah. And I mean, ZooM and FuTure are a pair that they both go to the South Bay tournaments a lot. They're both veterans of the Kin series, the various iterations of it we've seen. So they're semi-established as a team duo. They've at least seen each other play dozens and dozens of times. Oh man, that very clutch interruption by FuTure to save his teammate.
Good awareness there, protecting him. I think maybe Zoom's choice here too has to do with the specific matchup.
Yeah.
Like not just Falco and Dubs, but also he doesn't really want to deal with either Game & Watch and or Bayonetta as Falco. It does not seem like too much fun.
Yeah, I feel like Marth's disjoint is going to give him the edge he needs in both of those matchups.
Yeah, pretty solid grab game at this point. All you can really ask for Baya, but
Oh.
needs an SCI to go with that range.
But right there, Koss actually killing Rude with the sweet spot down smash, but it didn't even matter.
Makes up
for it, yeah. We're actually got ourselves a dead even game right now. All stocks taken immediately.
Yeah, these guys just kind of really hard to paint right now. FuTure, as the slowest moving character in this game, seems to be just kind of running around chasing after the fight. And
did you see that attempt, that jab just straight to hammer?
Terrifying time right there. Koss loves that. We rarely actually see the connection, but Koss loves going for it. And when it works, it works.
I mean, it's gross, but it's also like, what is he sniffing out with that hammer? Like,
Yeah,
he's just going for it.
feeling it, dog.
Oh my gosh.
Super low there, but Koss not going to this time around. There in the future, and Koss has had a pretty good consecutive string of exchanges with FuTure right there, but you're able to finally find some grounding. Still have 2 stocks apiece, but Koss did a pretty good job knocking him in. And just as I say that, no! Rude goes to save him and ends up being the one to die himself.
I mean, in a sense, maybe he shoved Koss out of the way ever so gently, and he took the tipper for his teammate.
Sit down, Mr. President.
Mr. Secret Service Rude.
Oh, Koss. Okay. He's going to be safely back to ledge and catches the roll through ZooM. Trying to get by, but Koss is having none of it. And that fair, not quite going to close up the net stock. Fair to end the second, or the F tilt rather, from the platform. Really smart stuff from Koss in the second stock with an F tilt. This chair is putting in work right now. WWE Koss coming through. Down throw, okay. Not letting anything too crazy happen there. Anytime you're below 30, getting grabbed by a Game & Watch.
You're in for a world of hurt. If your teammate's not around to save you, you're going to have a very painful time. Now, that being said, Koss is by himself in a 2v1 situation.
Yeah, they definitely pulled this right back. FuTure did a pretty good job of just sort of holding down the center. I think not doing anything too flashy, but he's getting the punish. It's resulted in them being a pretty solid 2v1 state right now. Although Koss, it's his first bit of damage. He's
Almost had his shield broken again right there. Did you see that power shield? That was not a power shield, that was a dead shield.
Koss, aggressive dash and grab. They are not quite seem to touch him. I think both members of the red team playing kind of scared right here. Not totally sure the best way to approach a Game & Watch. You know, they want to be confident in a 2v1, but at the same time, Game & Watch does a great job of breaking that confidence very quickly.
I mean, part of it is they're just kind of doing it one at a time, right? One of them runs at him, and then he jabs or he out smashes or something, and then the other one just runs right in. Koss is not moving at all. They're not forcing any sort of question.
Koss is calling out their projectile too.
Yeah.
They're doing a little bit of telegraphing just as a result of their fear in the way that they're approaching 1v1. Not trying to mix them up really, just hoping that something will connect and that the 2v1 situation will play out to their advantage. But
you know what thing they can be doing right now? They can just not be approaching.
yeah,
right?
you just wait for him.
Yeah.
Force Koss to do something he doesn't want to do.
Because like you both wait and you put up your shields because the only thing Koss can do is grab, and then you punish his grab.
Koss has literally done like 150% to their collective 50.
Oh.
On this,
Yeah, no.
2v1 right
Like
now.
they all started at even percents right now, and Koss is absolutely running circles around them just in the sheer damage output. Oh.
He's gonna get a punish right now. Koss with an almost 20% advantage on FuTure.
I want to point out the interaction because Ness is a child who's being held so high by the grab that he was not hit by the down tilt. It only clipped ZooM's legs. Oh, that's dead.
Yeah, that is going to do it. No way for FuTure to find his way back, and KOSSismoss with such a dominant 2v1 right there. You know, I think the blue team definitely had the advantage throughout. It seemed like they were sort of dictating the pace of the match, despite the fact that Rude did end up dying
To that
first.
tipper, yeah.
Yeah. There were
And
a lot
then
of generally the way that the stocks would be going was the blue team would develop a pretty strong advantage and hold the stage really well, and then the red team would make a comeback play.
Yeah.
You know, FuTure would find some kind of way to steal the stock, and everything would be equalized. But the momentum for the majority of that first set, or that first game rather, definitely seemed to be holding with the blue team. And Koss, we saw Rude hugging him. I think it's always difficult teaming with someone who's you know, on the PR or ranked higher than you. Someone who's you believe to be significantly better than you.
Yeah.
Just because there's constantly, maybe not the case, but there's oftentimes the fear of letting someone down if you feel like you're being your partner. So watching them win the 2v1 fills you, you become very thankful basically if you feel like you're being carried.
It's like, I might be getting carried, but thank God I'm getting carried, you know, as opposed to them dropping it.
I didn't die so badly that they couldn't carry me.
Yeah. I mean, that being said, like that was the one thing in that 2v1 situation. If they end up in that situation, that's the adjustment I want to see Red Team make, is just not trying to bum rush the Game & Watch.
Yeah.
Like, that is already a deadly proposition in singles, and it has nothing to do with the fact that you don't have a teammate. It's just, he has so many good ways of holding his ground.
And definitely, you know, like we were saying earlier, one of the best anti-aggression characters in the game. Red team definitely adopted a very aggressive mentality for trying to deal with it. And honestly, I think they may not be too confident about the exact situations they can challenge Game & Watch in, because it is rather difficult. You know, he's kind of a weird character to find your openings on, and although he does have them kind of in spades, if you don't know the matchup that well, especially against a player like Koss, who gets his best to minimize them,
Yeah.
you just, it's not even that you don't know what you should be looking for a lot of the time, it's you don't have the confidence to just go for it in the small windows that he gives you.
Yes.
And I think Koss gets really far off that sort of fear play basically, where he knows that he has leads and that you just not really going to do anything about it. Right now he sees him. This edge like
Going in too deep, and Koss now down 2 stocks. Right now, Rude gonna have to be the stock tank for the blue team.
The more Koss give it, the more Koss take it away.
Oh, there's the equalizing.
It's so hard to tech that back there. It's kind of a weird answer. It seems like the number of hits doesn't quite match up with the animation either.
Yeah.
So
It's
it can be really confusing to figure out when to tech that.
because the thing is, it's not clear how many hits you're going to be eating, right? Because it's not clear when each of those 3 hits happening in the air.
Yeah.
So you don't know if it's only gonna be 2 hits or 3 hits. Sometimes it's just 1 hit.
I know you can even you can kind of do the like a Fox style fastball bear. I've seen the fastball bear spike where you only hit like the first 2 hits.
And it's what's really disgusting about that is if they're expecting you to try to stage spike them and you drag them down, they'll buffer in an air dodge because they're trying to buffer an attack, and they just die instead.
Oh, up counter from ZooM to keep himself there. But by FuTure for him.
Yeah, he really was.
Solid up smash. ZooM, I mean, ZooM seems to be holding things down fairly well. After Koss's F3, the red team is up a stock. Nothing too crazy coming out of the red team as a whole, honestly. Just kind of you know, making safe, consistent plays. Not a whole lot in the way of crazy combos from any player or team, honestly. But FuTure does manage to combo himself into the edge there.
That is unfortunate. Yeah, he PK Thundered into the edge, and normally when you bounce off, the Nets can immediately PK Thunder again, but he was so close to Smashville that it ate his PK Thunder immediately, and he just died.
Unfortunately, seeing that taking he's really partial to that specific method of recovering, actually.
Yeah.
Even when it's really not necessary, and that's to just make it back to the stage, he generally prefers to just hit himself into the wall anyway. I don't know if it's like a comfort thing or just like a good practice, but it kind of sucks to see when we've had this backfire.
And right now, Red whip that tipper back air.
Great stuff from ZooM right there, waiting it out, not getting too aggressive on Koss. Just looking for the 2v1 and trying to keep Koss away from FuTure while he but ZooM is going to find himself off stage, and that nair is going to be enough. Unfortunately, early optic jets from the red team are going to start to
And that was a deep edge guard, and it really paid off big.
See, the red team can't be thinking about the way this is working out, because I mean, they definitely made a big change, I think, the last game in terms of momentum. They're holding the lead, and despite Koss, you know, SDing, the red team definitely seemed to find a better footing in this match, but ultimately a couple of early spots, if you want to call it dips or SPs, have kind of taken them out of contention right now. Unless we get a crazy 2v1, and
We almost did right there with that up throw.
I really needed that up throw connect. That would have been really big for ZooM actually, because he does have a % advantage right now against a low member of KOSSismoss.
It's interesting to contrast how the two teams are handling this 2v1 situation. We see blue team being way more reserved, right?
Yeah, they're not trying to overcommit to anything.
They're not only are they not overcommitting, but they're trying to surround ZooM, be on both sides of him as opposed to marching at him single file.
Yeah, compared to the red team's 2v1, they seem to have a better idea of how to look at coverage for those options. Although even then, ZooM is doing a really good job of calling
Oh,
out.
ZooM is playing fantastic too, which is why it's so much like even more impressive is because
And that up there is going to close it out. See, that's exactly what we needed. One good tipper now.
it's not even tipper, not even required.
Yeah,
This is Game & Watch on
right.
Smashville.
Yeah, one aerial.
Like, honestly,
Oh, moves to the ledge.
give
Take it out.
Game & Watch like 20, 30 more %, he can die to up there himself. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like,
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
you see he's actually looking for it right now too.
Yeah, no, that up throw actually kills.
Oh,
a lot.
Shoot is gonna kill him though.
Great connection from Koss.
Yeah.
The simple stuff is what gets the job done at the end of the day. And although